Hello. How is everyone? See, all my favorite people are here. So I hope everyone is doing well. My lighting might look a little bit different. It's not as good because my main light, like my ring light, it literally all the bulbs blew in it. So I had to order an entire new one. I don't know whether it's the wire or the bulbs actually, but so I just have like the big box ones. So hopefully it's gonna come on Thursday or Friday. So yes, the ring light is so good. It smooths out a lot of wrinkles and and like brightens your skin a little bit. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the ring light. And I have this dress on that I think is like kind of like an L-wordy dress, like pink and black. So that's what I was thinking when I put this on today anyway. So I have lots to talk about, and I wanted to talk about the giveaways that I'm doing, and I have a cool thing that especially for people who live in the US and Canada, I normally I would say it could be anything, but just with the way the world is at the moment, I'm not too sure how it would work with other people, but I'll talk about that in a sec. And I don't know what we want to start with. Episode 4, I'm hoping that most people have seen that by now, and I have my episode 4 review is out as well, and then my trailer breakdown is out. This week, episode 5 is probably the last week that I'm gonna have to wait till Sunday to put my review out. So hopefully episode 6 onwards, I won't have to abide by the embargo thing because I don't think that they're doing screeners for the second half of the season. And that way I can, the second that the episode goes up, it's just a matter of me actually watching it, reviewing it. Like the editing is obviously what takes the majority of the time, and then can get it out as soon as possible. So that would be good. You've seen episode 4 10 times. Yeah, I've watched it a lot. I think episode 2 and 4 I think are my favorite so far of the season because I just like that there was and I have a video about all the callbacks in episode 4, and in the video that I did, it's even like I went back and got like clips from the original L Word, like, Lenore and things like that. And I can't like the other thing that I cannot believe that Showtime 2 weeks in a row have spoiled, like, the audience, basically. They're like, honestly, I'm like, "You make me wait, like, me who is a tiny, tiny, tiny YouTuber, wait until Sunday to publish my videos, and you guys are putting returning characters in the trailer." So, I don't know what's going on there, but it makes me think that they must have some big people returning in the second half of the season if they're just, like, casually, like, throwing out Sherry Jaffe and Alice's mom and things like that, because I I just like, I don't think I saw someone said this in my comment section that they were like, oh, they probably put Sherry Jaffe in the trailer to try and, like, um, get, like, original fans that are not watching to watch, and I just don't think that's true because I don't think that I mean, if it was like Helena or Tasha or someone like that, like a main character, then yeah, I can see that being true, but I can't see there being, like, a ton of fans of the original show who they've not watched Gen Q this long and they'd come back for Sherry Jaffe, like, that just doesn't seem plausible to me because why is someone gonna watch it for Sherry Jaffe if they haven't watched it for, like, Bet, Alice, Shane, and Tina? So, it just that I don't think that is the case. Oh, the one they posted today, Rosanna doesn't have them in it, doesn't have her in it. But the most people, again, this goes into the whole ratings thing, is that this is a streaming show. Most people watch it streaming. So what happens on streaming? Straight after the episode, the trailer plays. I know that there's some people who might turn it off straight away, or I'm doing this, turn it off, exit out before the trailer starts playing, but it's pretty quick that it starts playing. So, and you see her like immediately. So, I don't know. When I watched it, obviously, like I had no idea because I saw it like a month ago. So it was I recorded it. I'm planning on putting on my video next week because I literally was like, "Holy fucking shit." And I don't even like Sherry Jaffe. Like I just it was cool to see someone from the original show. So, yeah, I just don't know why on earth they would do that because they're just sometimes I'm like, "What is going on over there?" I don't think that I can put captions on when it's live. I think that let me see if there's like I think that there's like a delay because it's the same thing with my videos. Like when I put the video up, it doesn't put the captions on for like the first hour or two because I have like captions and everything turned on my channel. No, yeah, it's ticked. It should no, the button's not there. I wonder I'll try and look into if there's something that I can get that, like, does it while I'm speaking, like, on the like, if there's something I can, like, add because I have this, I have, like, streaming software. Like, I'm not in YouTube myself right now, like, my stream. I, like, bought this, like, streaming software thing that it controls, like, all the back end of YouTube. So I'll see if there's something that I can get for it here because mm, yeah, I don't see anything because I know that there is a lot of people on my channel that English isn't their first language or like and I know there is some hearing impaired people too. So I'll try and look into that. Let me just read what you guys are saying. There are people out there that thrive on chaos, and that's Sherry Jaffe. Yeah, because I did have, like, a moment I think when was it? Was it, like, Christmas time? Just after Christmas? I feel like so much happened at Christmas because I did that, releasing the video every day, and it's because I was releasing a video every day, it was, like, quite intense, so I just remember like it's all Christmas is just one like big blur of an L word video, and wasn't Kate on Rosanna Arquette's podcast then? Maybe it was a little bit later than that. Not sure. No, 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 no. I'm telling you guys right now. I've seen the episode. Sherry is not playing anyone's mother, Tessa's mother. I've seen loads of people asking about that. No, no, she's Tess when Shane kisses Tess, Tess says, "Oh, I'm seeing someone," and it's Sherry, like from the trailer. Um, well, actually, we can watch the trailer just in case anyone hasn't seen it. I have let me show you guys the screen would be helpful. Okay. Yes, in December. Oh, good. I was right. Yeah, December is just like a literal blur of L-word videos. Oops, I'm showing you guys the wrong screen. Oops. What am I doing? Really exciting stuff there. My views. Hang on a sec. Oh, my views and my likes versus dislikes. I'm sure there'll be some people that I'm sure there's someone who'll be interested in bitching about that. Okay, let me try. What am I doing? Screw my head on again. Too many bloody tabs open. Okay, we're in the right screen now. Oh yeah, I put up lots of videos today. This one. And yeah, I forgot my music here, so. Oh crap, now I turned the volume off. Maybe I didn't forget the music. I did.
So I told you I met someone I actually met before. Of course you have. We're not back together, if that's what you think. I don't think I'm lying. You need to keep me. What are you thinking? I want to see if I can help. Matt and I were so...
We even got the organ right, guys. Yeah, we got the organ right even for Marcus Allen Wood. I really wonder if they're gonna actually bring Marcus Allen Wood back, like the actor from. I put it in that video in that all the callback moments. I put the little clip of the video where he turns up at Bet and Tina's house to go with Tina to the cryobank, and yeah, I wonder if because just based on the fact that they're bringing back like Alice's mom and people like that, like I really feel as though because they're very open about the fact that like the writers, like most of the writers of Gen Q were original fans of the OG, because that interview I put out the other day, I think I can't remember what day it was, a day last week, with the showrunner Marsha Lewis Ryan, and in it she was talking about how she used to go to like watch parties in LA, and like some of the times Eileen and like Kay and Leisha and stuff were there, and she was talking like how much she looked up to Eileen and like how it's so crazy that like she basically like has Eileen's job now, and it was really interesting. But yeah, I'm sure that like like they're trying to do little things like that, and like all the like episode 4 is a great example of like Dana, Carmen, like we got all these little mentions. And as I always say, like I think it's done well because this is a new show. Like this isn't a remake. This is a reboot or whatever, like whatever way you want to call it. And you can watch Gen Q having not watched the original, but there are lots of little things in there. Like I think I counted 6 or 7. Again, like I have that video if you want to go and check out all the little references. And it's just I don't know, like I always really enjoy when anything they put in. Like even when Bet's like, talks about the CAC or something. It's really interesting. Um Yeah, a lot of people have been asking me about Danny and Sophie and like, do I think they're getting back together or what? I think that was like the total end of them. I think that that was, I mean, like, whom amongst us has not, whom amongst us has not like done that with their ex? It's like that's like basically definitely one of the top 3 things of being a lesbian is like sleeping with your ex. So, yeah, I think that was closure. Um, I saw someone asking about Gigi there. I saw people talking about this on Twitter too, and that's why sometimes I'm like, if you don't know something, don't say like the wrong thing, and then because I feel like sometimes when people say the wrong thing, answering a question, someone then takes that and says, "Oh, this is fact," and then starts saying it. Um, Sepida Moafi is a series regular, and she was made a series regular by episode 3 last season. That's why, that's why she wasn't, because she was in episode 1 and 2, she wasn't in this little picture in the corner, the one with their arms around each other. But this is why she's in this one that's like my background, because she was bumped up to series regular last season. So it's very rare that a series regular isn't in every episode. She'll definitely be in every episode. The same with Danny, Sophie, Finley, Leo, Tess, and who's the other person? Tess isn't a series regular. Oh, Jillian Mercado isn't a series regular, but I would be surprised if they're not by next season because, like, they've been in pretty much every episode already, and they've got like quite big storylines. So I'd be really surprised if they're not. Oh, okay, Pippa. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I was not completely sold on the chemistry. I really like the scene when they're at dinner and they're like talking about kind of like being, like a professional woman and like quite like a, I know like that what she's doing, like you can't really say it's like, I don't know, like work, like basically being a woman in a high earning or professional or with, in a job that you'd usually have power, and I find that really interesting, and I love that side to Bet's character too. But I just didn't, I don't know. I feel like when they transitioned into like weird flirting, and Bet said to her like, "Oh, you're the most beautiful woman that I ever saw." Like I kind of like was like, "Ooh, that if Bet was a man doing that and like Vanessa or Pippa was, like a female artist, and Bet's like, in this position trying to sign her and like hitting on her, like I didn't like it very much. And yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like, she's only been in one episode, so we'll definitely see what goes on. But yeah, Bet is like out of control at the moment. She is just, oh god, she's something else. And I hope that she doesn't hurt my baby girl Gigi, because yeah, she's this why like now I think I'm not gonna lie, like Bet and Gigi are super, super hot, but I would prefer Gigi and Danny because I think there's way more chance of like an actual relationship and like both of them doing really well and just like being a real relationship rather than Bet like doing it because she's lonely, like, and you know, can't be with Tina. So yes, I love all this. Protect Gigi at all costs. Yes. Oh, hey, Terry. Yeah, I'm excited. I think this is my own personal thought. Um, so I think that something big is going to go down in episode 6. I have no evidence of this other than the fact that so the people that I normally talk to at Showtime, that like when I haven't got the screener because they haven't, like, no one, no, even though I say the screener hasn't been given to the press. I'm not calling myself press, but I get access to the press screener. So the fact that they haven't given it to anyone, but I know the episode is ready because the people I talk to at Showtime, they've seen the episode. So yeah, they said it's really fun. So I'm assuming that's like all the karaoke stuff. But I don't know, just as well with the fact that like I feel like the writers' room are very big on like this bookend thing. And there's in episodes and in like the first season and stuff, there's a lot of like bookending. And with episode 4 last season was the episode that it was like in season 1 when Shane got the bar and they revealed that it was called Dana's and all that stuff. So this episode 4, they talked about Dana and they had all the callbacks. So I think that that means that maybe episode 6 there might be, oh, we just hit 2,000 downloads on Drinks at Dana's. Yee. Uh, um yeah, I think that, like obviously Tina returned in episode 6. I'm not sure I'm not sure whether I want to put all my chips down on saying someone like Helena or something is going to come back in episode 6. I think maybe the more likely one is like 9 or 10, but then I'm like they threw Laurel in there in 6, but then that could have been more to do with her schedule. So yeah, I don't know. I think something big is going to go down in episode 6. I mean, the picture. Oh, I can pull up the pictures too. One sec. Oh, Carla, you got to get an interview with Gigi. I would literally murder someone to get an interview with Gigi. I mean, we're working on it. Like obviously, if I've reached out to people, like I told you guys the other week, like Rosanne Zayas, she was going to come on the channel, but she got that project with Netflix. So she did promise me she'd come on another time. So I have my fingers crossed. But the if a guy got an interview with anyone, then I would probably use it on the podcast. So I mean, between Chris, Jess, and I, like we're working on it, but I recognize the chances are very small. because like again, I know I'm a tiny tiny channel, and yeah, the chances, they're busy too. But if anyone wants to improve the chances, the like 80% of people who are not subscribed and who come and watch every goddamn video click subscribe. The more subscribers, the more chance of getting some good people on the channel. Oh, yes, let's have a poll. What are we going to have a poll about? Let's look at the pictures from episode 6. And oh yeah, these are the HD ones that Elizabeth Morris put up today. That's not the one. I feel like there's some where they all look like pretty trash. So I am excited if they're all trashed in this episode. See, Danny here looks like she's like heart eyes at Bette, and then Danny and Gigi too. These all ice cream things. Oops, I cut Danny out there by accident. So where's the other one that I didn't cut her out there? Alice and Shane. I wonder what's going on here. Alice and this like bubble thing. Yeah, Lainey said, you mentioned that all us Tibetas will have a smidgen of hope for episode 5. Please elaborate. Well, I don't want to spoil, but I think that this episode will be like talked about a lot. Like I'm preparing for it, and I'm gonna do a bet. Like this week is like I've started doing all my episode 5 videos. Like I haven't filmed them yet, but I've done like all the prep and like research and watching and notes and stuff. So I'm doing a Bettentina video this week because there's like, like you guys have seen the therapy pictures and stuff. But I also want to caveat that by saying I am not saying that they're getting back together like in this episode and driving down the road and getting married, because last episode I said, oh, there's a really hot scene at minute 41 and it's really short, but it's super hot. And then people on Twitter were like, oh, Helena's coming back. And I said, no, 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 no. I said there's something super hot happening and it's a very short scene. And then I said, Helena, it's not like there's nothing going on. And then when episode 4 was on, everyone was like, that was it. So I'm glad that I have video evidence of what I'm saying, but yeah, I'm not saying that they're going to get married in episode 5, but I'm saying that I think that you guys will like episode 5. I'm just reading what you guys are saying. Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea for a controversial poll. You guys are gonna. I think. Let me see. What's the poll thing? Oh God! I accidentally closed the poll by accident. Where is it? Because I have seen. Oops. Because I have to go into YouTube to do the poll. Okay. This is for last episode, and then we'll do an episode 6 poll. And then I'm going to show you guys the cool thing that I had to show you tonight. I feel like I know what the results of the poll will be for this. But oh, let me think who's another person. The last option is a joke, of course. So, who was Bette thinking about in the kitchen scene? Because I've seen like people obviously saying Tina, but a lot of people said that they thought it was Pippa because obviously like they were at dinner before. Oh yeah, Ness. Yeah, that on the podcast last week on Pants, Leisha and Kate were saying that there was when they were doing the storyline in I think it was the end of season 2, they were saying like, oh, they're gonna like, not obviously they're gonna kill someone off, but it was between Dana and Tina about who got killed off, like how different the show would be forever because we never would have got season. I think season 5's the best, so it would have been really different. Would have been really different if they'd killed Tina off. Oh my god, Bet and Danny is so. I don't even know how to like because I feel like there's a lot of Bet and Danny shippers because I mean I'm literally using like very like a small amount of evidence because anytime there's someone like a Bet and Danny shipper on my channel and they put like, you know, like, oh, I like Bet and Danny, like it always gets loads of likes. So there must be lots of silent Bet and Danny shippers. Well, we all know that Bet needs therapy big time. Okay, gonna close the poll in a minute. Get your answers in now. Oh, one of the other things that I wanted to say too is that because I've had a lot of people asking me about it is so maybe we play the scene and then we can talk about it.
I haven't seen my mother in 30 years. She barely raised me. I am who I am, despite her, not because of her. Is she still alive? I wouldn't know. She left me. Well, wouldn't it be amazing if you could reconnect with her? It wouldn't be amazing. How do you know? Same way you know you don't like fucking scallops, Gary. I tried it once and that wasn't for me.
The read of oh my god, like can you imagine if you could just be like throw out lines like that?
We are here today because we are shooting an L-word reunion special at the Falcon.
We do not need to see that. Oh my god, no. avoid. I don't know what was going on at that reunion, but oh my god, it was like the most awkward thing in the world. Okay, I'm gonna close the poll and then we can do another one. Ooh, resound who vote for Kelly Wentworth? Oh, gotta love it. So yeah, Pippa. Oh. Okay, I'm doing it. Um, oops. Okay. Oh, way too much. Yeah, okay, that's what I was going to say about Bet's mum before I got sidetracked with the poll. So lots of people have been saying to me, "Oh, but Bet said her mum is dead," and one, the if you go back in season one, and all like there's the episode where they're in Dan Foxworthy's like therapy group, and Bet is talking about remember to Candace's ex, and she says she's talking about her parents, and she's like, "My father is black and my mother is white." And any other times it's been like present tense that she's talked about her, but in the episode where in season 3 where Tina has that gay and straight mixer, the like douchebag of Tina's friend or Henry's friend says, "I bet your parents wish you weren't gay." And Bet's like, "My parents are dead." And one, I think she was just shutting him down because hello, he just said to her like her parents wish she wasn't gay. And she's talking to a stranger, not only a stranger, a douchebag in a room full of people. And people have complicated relationships with their parents, and lots of people have very, very complicated relationships with their parents. I am one of those people that, yes, like my mom is dead, but I had a very she was a very complicated person, and there are situations like even there's other things like that is very complicated about her. And if I was in Bet's situation in a room full of homophobes, and he was talking about, "Oh, how does your mom feel about you being gay?" I literally would have just been like, "My mom's dead," and just nothing. Like, I don't need to go into all the things about my parents when I'm talking to an honest homophobe in a room full of like strangers at my ex's gay and straight mixer. So and hello, like we just saw the scallop read on Bet. Like just wanted to shut that guy down. And all the other times, she's referenced, and then someone else was like, "Oh, well, when her dad's dying, she's like, oh, I wish my mom was here." And again, like, my mom was a very complicated person, but there are times that like I would have said that when people would be like, "Real?" Like people are complicated. People are really complicated, and not everyone has, these unconditional love and support from their parents. And obviously, like, it's very, very hurtful for Bet because her, like, as she says here, like, her mom left her. And I think when it's your parents, it's like even more powerful because literally everything in the world, like, we're constantly, especially mothers and women, are just constantly told, you should have this unconditional love for your child, and the second they're born, like, you should fill with all this blah 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 love and da da da. And so we're in this society all the time that's just told us your parents like are love you more than anything and have unconditional love for you. And so when that's not the case, and something like that, like your mother has abandoned you, then it, like, really fucks with you. So I think that probably at least 60% of Bet's issues are coming, like, there's some really, really deep, deep rooted pain there, and she's obviously never dealt with it. And like the situation with her dad obviously didn't help too, because even though like it seemed as though most things in their relationship would be, fantastic. Like he obviously like, thought she was wonderful in every aspect apart from like this side to her, this part of her that, he couldn't even accept Tina to call her by her first name. So yeah, and so she's got a mother who abandons her and her dad who it's like conditional because there's always going to be this barrier of Bet being gay. So yeah, I mean, like I think the like actual tagline of this channel is Bet Porter needs therapy. So yeah, I mean, again, like I've said leading up to this, because some people were getting angry and being like, why is Bet like having to say this in front of Carrie and stuff like that? And one, like let's see the episode first. And it's not like that. Like it's Angie's session. It like this just like Micah just asks. So I just would love to see some Bet therapy because Lord, does she need it? Yeah, that's the scene I was talking about where the dad is dying and she was like, "Oh, I wish, I wish like mom was here and stuff." And like she says something like that. But yeah, people have complicated relationships because yeah, lots of people are really complicated and people have mental illness and that can wreak havoc on relationships, and people cheat like Bet's dad. And obviously I mean, I would hazard a very large guess that it wasn't just down to Bet's dad cheating. I would think there'd be something more there. Maybe some sort of like mental illness, or um that the cheating maybe was like her opportunity to leave him, or because obviously like her dad, he did the same to Kit's mom. Like he cheated on Kit's mom with Bet's mom. So yeah, and that's f off. That's what I was saying. Meaning before too, like FF said Carrie is going to be in these people's lives. How else is she supposed to get to know them? Because it's Angie's session. Like Angie has asked, like we saw in in this week's episode. I'm trying so hard to remember what was in episode 5, so I don't say anything. But yeah, this week Angie and Bet's like, I asked Tina and Carrie and Bet, like, so I mean it'd be different if Angie had been like, if Angie hated Carrie and was like, oh, I just want my mom's to be there, and Carrie just showed up, but that's not the case. Jen Dog, I certainly would not love Bet if she was not played by JP. Putting the pure facts out there because I think that that's a lot that goes into it for me too. Yeah, that's true also to what Katrina said. Bet's mother was dead to Bet in her mind because of abandonment. Big issues in Bet's life. Yeah, that's totally true too. It could be the case, when we're not in her head, and that could like that is also an easy way to like just saying, oh, my parents are not because whenever you're this, getting to know people or stuff like that, people naturally ask questions about like, "Oh, how many siblings do you have?" and all this stuff. And if you have this, like, clearly Bet's, I don't know how, obviously we don't know how old Bet was, but I'm guessing she was a child. So even things like, oh, if Bet and Tina got married, like no one would be there on Bet's side, like out of her parents, and all these, there's, especially growing up, there's all these things that you don't even think about, that, all the mother-daughter things that you're supposed to do, like, and when you have kids too, like how everyone's always like, oh, the grandparents and this and that, and it must be very really hard to have children and to not have your mother there, whether, they are dead or some other situation. And Bet has grown up in this world where it's like she's probably had to avoid these situations, or like getting into these big conversations about her mom and stuff. So that is a way to shut it down and just say, "Oh, my mom's dead," because she doesn't want to be like talking about all these complicated relationships she has. And it's probably an easy thing to do with her, about her dad too, because her dad never accepted Tina, and like, obviously, he passed away just before Angie was born, but like we knew he wasn't going to accept her either, so, or like see her as his grandkid, so that would have made things super awkward. Oh, Jag said, I think Maxine was gay. Oh, that would be really interesting, but I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards, I think that like there'll be some sort of like mental health thing. Are we gonna see more Nat? Yeah, I don't know. Like when in the beginning of the season, when they would put Micah in there, like I think they tweaked his character a little bit because he was a professor last season, and it's the first season of the show. If they need to tweak a few things to make it work better, then it's fine. Um, and I was like, oh, okay, this is maybe the way that they're gonna like keep Nat around now that Alice and her are broken up. But Stephanie Allen, like, that's why I was saying like way, way, way months ago that I didn't think that Nat and Alice would survive the season, because I just didn't see Stephanie Allen on set like a lot. So it definitely, I don't know, it definitely seems like she's not going to be around much. Because I can't imagine them doing again what they did last season, and like having Nat come back again and be like, because I just don't think their situation will work, because Nat is obviously poly and Alice is obviously not. So yeah, they've been working. Stephanie and her wife, Tig, have been working on another movie. I hope that there's nothing I ship more in this world than vet therapy. Oh my gosh, yeah, we need to start saying that. Okay, so I have something really cool to tell you guys. It's not like specifically to do with the show, but it has something to do with it. So this lovely lady reached out to me on Instagram a little bit ago, probably like a month and a half ago, and she runs basically this. They're like conventions, and she is having an event in Florida in October, and she reached out to me right around when I got the screeners, because she was like, "Oh, hey, like I hear you're like one of, like an L Word person and you watch the show." And she's like, I don't want to know, I don't want to know what's in the screeners. Like, I know you can't talk about it, but I am, gonna book some people to come to an event, and I just wanted like your opinion on it. So like her and I talked, and she is doing, it's called Girls in Wonderland, and I can show you guys the website. And Ari, Mandy, who plays Danny, is going, and I helped her with like like a few little things, and she was like, "Oh, well, I would love to do like a giveaway on your channel." And so she's going to give me 2 passes to this event, and you get to basically meet and hang out with Ari Mandy, who plays Danny. So and like obviously you like win the passes. It's in Florida, it's in October. So and the passes and everything completely free. So if you want to enter, like I'm running those 2 things on the 2 giveaways on my channel at the moment, for the signed Jennifer Beals photograph and for the free merch. So if you want to enter for the Jennifer Beals autograph photograph from her L Word book, you just have to subscribe, like, and then comment on any of my episode reviews. And for the merch, it's the same, but comment on any of my trailer breakdowns. So for this, it's the same thing. You just have to subscribe and be a subscriber, like the video, and then the comment that I want you guys to do so that I know it's for this is to say, what am I going to say? I want to hang out with Danny in Florida in the comment. And then I can like filter it that way, because I obviously want to pick someone who's going to go. So you get 2 passes, you hang out with Ari and like pictures and all that stuff. I really want to go because obviously I want to really meet Ari. I just don't know with like my work and stuff whether I'll be able to go, and whatever's going on with like the whole panorama situation. So if you guys no, the flight to Florida is not included. But especially because Florida's like my home state, because I go there like 2-3 times a year, and I haven't been able to go for the past, like, God, what is it now? Like 18 months. So let me show you guys. So this is the site, and obviously it's October 14th to the 18th. So definitely make sure you can go, and you get the 2 passes. It look honestly like it looks really cool. These are other people that are going. What's she from? I know her from something. I feel like. Oh, I'll show you the video.
Touch me,
oh, it's loud.
Like you never touched somebody before. You are.
My God, there's so many people. Oh yeah, she said it's the 20th anniversary. Oh, that's Ariella Scarcella, isn't it? Oh my God, there's so many people. I would love to go to this. I really am going to try and go. If I can go, I definitely will. I normally don't talk about, like, the private lives of any of the actresses, but Ari's very open about this the same way Alicia and Kate are, so I feel okay saying it, but, Ari's pan. She's, not specifically gay, but she's pansexual. Do you have to be a size? Well, I'm saying I'd go, and I ain't no size S, so yeah, the Danny show. Well, it's in Orlando too, which is like, oh my god, it'd be so perfect for me to go. It looks really fun. So, definitely any of my videos because I will just the Showtime just liked my tweet about the live. I'm like, "Oh, come to my live, Showtime." Um the what was I gonna say? Yeah, it looks really cool. I would really like to go and just make sure any of my videos that you just put I want to hang out with Ari in Florida. And then I'll add all the videos and like filter the comments out because whenever I do like the competitions, I like put the links. There's like this thing called comment picker and it just cycles through everybody and like picks one randomly. But all my competitions, you have to be a subscriber to win it. So don't miss out because you're not a subscriber. Oh, Katrina, you're gonna. I lived in Tampa for like nearly 12 years, so I've never been to this one before, but I have definitely heard of it. And the woman who like reached out to me and stuff, like she's super super nice, and I didn't even she literally just asked me like there was someone else that she was trying to book, and it's someone who um she was like, "Oh, do you think this would be a good person?" It was before season 2 had come out, and I was like, "Yeah, definitely get them," but they were busy. Um Yeah, if I was there, that's why I really wanna go because I really wanna go and be like, "So, you wanna come on my channel, Ari?" She'd probably be like, "Do not let that woman anywhere near me." Yeah, so it'll be cool. So just let me know if you want to win those passes. And I'm sure that there's only so many people on my channel who can go to Florida in October. So I'm sure there won't be crazy amounts of people who enter, but just make sure that you'll be able to go. Ow. You'll be able to go if you do. And I'm thinking what else where's my notes? There was some other questions that I was like, there's some things that I get asked all the time, and then I'm like, oh, I'll talk about this in the live. But then I always think like, but these people aren't gonna watch my live even though I'm answering questions here. Um what else? What else? Did I close that poll? I can't remember now. Did I close Echo? No, I didn't. Oh, so everyone thinks Danny and Gigi, resounding majority for episode 6. So we shall see. We shall see. Yes, my tattoo. My tattoo. I just saw your comment before I came on Catherine too. I have like one tiny bit that needs touched up because I want to make it perfect when I show you guys. So I'll tell you when I'm booked to get it touched. Because I booked my guy. Normally I would have just gone. He lit like his studio is like right by my house, but he's like only in work like certain days at the moment because his daughter is over for the summer. Just checking. Oh, I'm searching. I put so many things for the L word in my calendars that I'm like. The 8th. The 8th. So it's like a week and 2 days. Oh, I have my shoes. I've shown you guys on thing my shoes. They're so cool. I don't want to wear them outside though because they're so nice. I'll close this. Like, look, they're so cool. See, I haven't worn them. I've only worn them inside. They're so nice and white. I tried to get Jordans, but I couldn't get them in white, and they kept. Oh my god, my ears are so red. Someone's talking about me. I can imagine. Oh, bye, Rosanna. Always like my shoes. Yeah, they're really nice. I really like them. They're really fun too. Vanessa and Jennifer are the same age? Really? Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. For some reason, I was thinking Vanessa was younger. Let's have another poll. Okay. What are we gonna do this time? G has become obsessed with sitting. So like this room, there's like a door here. Well, you guys are like flipped, so the door is like really here to you guys, and well, it's here, and that literally is just my bedroom across, and then to the left there's like stairs, and I mean like the landing is literally like this big, it's tiny, and G just loves to sit at the top of the stairs, and she just like sits there. It's so weird. I don't know why she loves sitting on top of the stairs so much, and she loves to like. I told you guys she loves to like play this little game on the staircase. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, yeah, FL Sunrise. That is gonna be it. I'm gonna wear my shoes in Orlando, hang out with Ari. I'm gonna get Ari to autograph my shoes. Thanks so much, CJ, for the super sticker. That's so sweet of you. And CJ joined my Patreon yesterday, so thank you for that too. Nest, you shoe size shaming me. Yes, I have, even though I am 5'2", I have really big feet. My feet grew and nothing else. My feet are like they're an 8 in the UK, so they're like a 9 in the US. Thank you, Striker, for the super sticker. You are a sweetie as well. Oh, Leah, let's see the poll about Orlando then. Oh, the little animals are so cute. Well, the little animal and then the little, I know it's like a little Pac-Man or something. Yeah, I'm being shoe size shamed. Do you know what? Actually, my when I was, like, super, super, super fat and when I was really heavy, my shoes actually went like, were a size bigger, so my shoes now, like, I love sneakers. I have, like, loads and loads of, sneakers, especially Jordans, and then, like, loads I get, like, the special Converse, so I have, like, Superman Converse, and I've got these really cool, like, um, DC, like, Justice League ones that are all, like, the heroes on one shoe and the villains on another, but I've got loads of Jordans, and most of my Jordans I got because when I was really heavy, I couldn't really wear high heels, so I was always wearing sneakers, so now my sneakers are, like, a little bit too big for me. So, Kaya, thank you so much as well for the super sticker. You guys are so sweet. Okay, I'm gonna do Orlando poll. Savage, thank you so much as well. You guys are too sweet and generous. Oh, Sloan, thank you so much too. You guys are just the sweeties. It'll go towards my new ring light. That is sad in the corner over there. But I got an actual I have like a big one, like a 14-inch one, like this size, but I got the biggest one, the 18-inch. So I just hope that they don't break it on the way to the bloody Isle of Man. Flint, thank you so much too. And Flint is in my Patreon as well. All my little cuties here. I'm not very good at pronouncing this, I don't think. Nerves Nervesa. Thank you so much as well. You are so sweet. And I love your little how's it going, man. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Honestly, you got like I say this all the time, but having this channel and stuff is just such like a well, it's a big part of my life and things, but it is honestly like the highlight of everything. Like especially like when on the days that I'm doing the live, I'm like always really excited um to come on and talk to you guys and to do and like I now like obviously the past year and it's been like I mean can you remember this time last year when it was like all that we were doing was just filming's been pushed and there was like nothing coming out and now it's just with the show back it just makes it so extra fun and there's like so much to talk about and yeah I just love it so but this channel would be like absolutely nothing without you guys because it would just be me sitting here talking. So it's just like and all the positivity and all the like laughs and things like that. And I love going in the comments and seeing like all of you guys talking to each other and it's yeah, it's so great. And I just all of you are such awesome people. And I'm so lucky that you all came onto my channel. So thank you so much because I really do appreciate it. And I'm talking about you guys all the time. Like at the weekend on Saturday, my friend Jules, she's like a personal trainer and she's like this tiny little woman and she was having a party at her house and it's it's like all, like 30-year-old women basically and a lot, like most of my friends they don't really use YouTube a lot, and like some of them don't even have like a YouTube account or anything, and they're all like so sweet, and they'll always be like, "Oh, Ash is like a YouTuber," and I was trying to explain, like, because they're all so nice and like so supportive and like all my stuff and things like that. And one of my friends, Rivka, she was like asking me to like explain some stuff about the show, and like they were all sitting in like a line because my friend Jules like lives like on the water, so we were all like on the balcony, and they're all like sitting on these sun lounges in a line, and I was like standing in front of them like, and then there's Bet, and then there's Tina, and then all these people are really angry because they're not together. They were all like, what the hell is she talking about? So it's really funny. Yeah, Lisa is the only person who guessed right that Sherry was coming back. The only person. Well, I didn't see any other comment that guessed that Sherry was coming back. Oh yeah, next Monday is that. See, this today is a holiday here, and like in the UK, and we on the Isle of Man. So like anyone, I'm sure like most people don't know what the on the Isle of Man is, but people on my channel who follow me on Instagram have been telling me that they are getting ads on Instagram now for stuff on the Isle of Man because obviously like they're following me and liking my stuff. And so the Isle of Man, there's only like, I don't know, like 70,000 people who live here, but live here because it's a tax haven, and we only have like 10% income tax. And the other thing that the Isle of Man's really famous for is we have Manx cats, so cats with no tails, the TT, which is a motorbike race. It's the biggest motorbike race on real roads in the world. And then the other thing we're really famous for is that Wonder Woman is from the Isle of Man, because the people who created Wonder Woman, which if you haven't seen this movie, it's called Professor Marston and the Wonder Women. And do you know who directed it? Angela Robinson, who directed a shitload of episodes of The L Word. So honestly, check that movie out. It's really good. And there's Professor Marsden, and he has a wife, and him and his wife have a girlfriend, and he invented the lie detector test, and he invented Wonder Woman, and he based Wonder Woman on his wife and his girlfriend, and his wife is from the Isle of Man. And in the movie Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman, they mentioned the Isle of Man. Oh, hey, Lynn. Oh, helicopters. Yes, Lainey. Oh my God, yes. The Bee Gees were born here too. No one ever knows that. Yeah, we just actually put this. I live, so like well, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but where I live, I live near the beach, and they just put this like massive statue of the Bee Gees on the beach. Anyway, if anyone wants to come see Isle Man, like, good luck. And also, this it's so small here, like everybody knows everyone. Yeah, so yeah, my oh, so that's the other thing is, yeah, thank you for reminding me that about the holiday lady too, because this next Monday for episode 5 will be the last live. And I'm going to do a poll about this because you guys are the exact people I want to ask this, because you guys are the people in the live. So, okay, I'm going to close this one. Whoa, the comments just went crazy on my screen. Okay, so we did get some good yeses, 15%. for going to Orlando, that's good. Oh, Lynn, I was telling them that this and anyone else who just came in, that there's a company called Girls in Wonderland, and they've given me 2 passes to give away to people on my channel if they want to go and hang out with Ari Mandy in Orlando, Florida. Okay, so this week the L Word is on as usual on Sunday. The following week, episode 6, it switches to Monday. So I need to change my live again. So I'm going to So I put a poll up saying, and this is another opportunity for me to say, and I'm going to say it loudly and clearly. I feel like I'm really close to the camera. This is how little that Showtime cares about the actual airing of the show and the ratings. This is a streaming show. That's all they care about now, because they are switching the show to Monday. No one would do that if they cared if what the ratings were. Brenda, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you, you sweetie. Yeah, so they're switching it to Monday, 6 through 10. I spoke to Showtime because I was like, oh, what's going to happen? Like, you're releasing the episodes on Fridays. Does that mean they're going to be on Saturdays? Blah, blah, blah. So they said, no, they're still going to release 6 through 10 at midnight on the Thursday night, Friday morning, which again, they do not care what the ratings are. I mean, they don't care about when the show's airing, like on TV, like at 10 o'clock. Those ratings are pretty insignificant because they care about the streaming numbers, how many people are streaming the show. Because right now, it's basically 3 days the show comes out and comes out over a weekend. So people are like, who is waiting till 10 o'clock on Sunday to watch it? Only people who aren't able to stream it. So, there's probably like people who don't have a computer, or people who don't, use apps or things like that, and they only watch TV, which isn't the majority of people now. So it's episodes 1 through 5 they've been giving out 3 days earlier, and now they're giving out 4 days earlier. So they it's just the streaming numbers, and they don't release the streaming numbers, which isn't uncommon. They don't release them for any of their shows, and most places now don't. Like, if you talk to, like, one of my best friends, she's a lawyer for Netflix, and it's just the way things are now. But I spoke to Showtime about it and asked them, like, if they were, and they were like, no, we don't really do that. But they're really happy with the numbers. It's just the streaming numbers for the US, but people like me, who I have Showtime, but you to have Showtime, you have to appear to be in the US. So like they're counting my view as someone in the US because I'm doing it on Showtime, if that makes sense. Tammy, thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. You you will all be making me glow with my ring lights. Thank you. Uh no, that they'll always show. So the reason that someone else asked me this week actually about this, Showtime will never release a show boom at once like that because of the way that Showtime is constructed. So Netflix, Hulu, blah blah blah, all those, they have insane library and catalog of shows. So they know, and classics and things like that too. So I know if I go on Netflix, oh, I'm in my head thinking, okay, I know that there's no new seasons of it now, but say I'm like, oh, I know Orange is the New Black comes out in July. I'm not just gonna get Netflix in July to watch the new season of Orange is the New Black because they have so much stuff that there's always new stuff and there's always old stuff like The Office and Friends and all this. But something like Showtime, who only has a finite amount of new shows, like, active shows right now that Showtime has, and including the smaller, bigger ones, they probably have like what, 20 shows, 25 shows. So most people, like I on Showtime, one of my nails is chipped off. I watch The L Word, I watch Dexter, I watch that Your Honor. So most of the year, they're dripping out the episodes every week because if the L Word takes place over 3 months and Dexter takes place over 3 months and I don't know, The Shy takes place over 3 months, that means okay, I'm gonna keep Showtime all the year because it's more hassle to cancel it and cancel it. But if they were to release all of the L Word or Dexter or The Shy or whatever at once, Showtime, because they do things like, oh, you can get their free, I think it's a free week or a free month or something. So people would just go, okay, say imagine the L Word came out on the 1st of July. They would just go and use the free week and watch the L Word in that 1 week, and then they, just can't like cancel it. So it's only because they don't have the money and the insane catalog that Netflix has. So Showtime are always gonna drip content out like that because they want to hold you as a subscriber. Oh, Lynn, this is excellent that you've got started on Dexter because I am going to cover Dexter on my channel when it starts. Like, it probably won't be. I mean, there's going to be tons of other people, I'm sure, covering Dexter, but yeah, I hope some of you guys will stick around for Dexter because I love that show, and even though like it's not a lesbian show, but I'll be doing plenty of other like gay queer content. Like I'm going to do that Tampa Bay's, and I know, I'm friends with Evelyn Dar, who she has. If you don't know who she is, she has an awesome YouTube channel that's all like lesbian and queer movies and stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna expand outside of the L Word because when the L Word finishes this season, it's going to be quite a while till it comes back, like the usual amount of time, hopefully not how long it was this time. So yeah, there'll be other stuff coming on the channel, so I hope that you guys will be around. Yeah, they say that Dexter's going to be one season, but I'm sure it'll be like the L Word, that it'll do well, and there'll be they might do more than one season. It just depends how they end it, I guess. Audio though. Let me see. Mm. Is that any better? Yeah. Oh, I love Dexter. It's so good. So good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Dexter coming back. Another one that I was thinking about covering is Succession. It's a HBO show, but yeah, it's so good. And if anyone has any suggestions, I'd want to do like main like big shows. I am considering doing like Grey's Anatomy or Station 19. I'd probably do Station 19 more because it has like the lesbian couple or lesbian bi whatever the queer couple. Because yeah, Karina's bi, isn't she? And I know that there's tons of other people who do those, but like at the end of the day, like I'm not. I know that I'm not gonna be a YouTuber with like 100,000 subscribers because there's only so many people who watch the L Word, but there's other people doing the L Word now. Like I was really lucky when I started because it was like an absolute fluke that I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna," because I wanted to do YouTube. I didn't know what to do. And then when the L Word stuff, I was like, "Oh, I'll do an episode of the L Word." And the episode that I decided to do, not knowing this, was the episode Tina came back. So everyone was like, "Oh my God, Tina's back," and went online. And I was like the first person to do like a real person sitting with the um like doing a review, because I think when it's a real person, like Evelyn and I talk about this a lot because she doesn't show her face on her channel, and I think that I think there's pros and cons to it, because when it's a real person, there's a lot more chance that people like they know they know it's a real person. They're gonna be able to like get more attached to you, but and like know you and like know the way you are and like things like that. But when I mean there's a name, but like when it's faceless, it's like the nameless and faceless social media accounts. Like people nameless and faceless social media accounts are like everything that's wrong with social media, because there's no like you can say whatever you want because there's no like not repercussions, but there's no sort of if it's your name and your face, like I know that if I say something, like it's going to be tied to me. Whereas if you just have like a throwaway account, those are always the accounts that are like, will say like really, things that you just wouldn't see in the real world. So I think that there's also the side of when it is a real person, people can attack you in the way that like they can talk about the way you look or the way you sound or this and that, and it's like a person that people can focus their energy on and be like, oh, I don't like them. But then, as I said before, like, there's the good side of like people see your face and like see you for the real person you are. So it just depends, I guess. I like the like be like I think I would struggle if I did just my voice. I mean, like I know I have a weird accent, but like I think I would struggle with that because I don't know. I feel like it's easier to get to know me when it's like me really sitting here. Like and that's the thing. People ask me all the time, like, oh, there's so many people that play like a character on their channel, and like this is really me. unfortunately or not, this is really me. I mean, and that and I'm going on like a ramble here, but and that's why also it is hard because no matter who you are, who and this is why I would caution anyone who's starting YouTube, like you, even though 95% of what goes on is positive, it is it is it's tough. Like that 5% is really tough because you have no, way of explaining anything, or and it is tough, but like the other 95% is so great and so awesome. And I am really happy to see that, because some people have asked me this too, like there's a lot of, not a lot, but there's like a few new people popping up who are covering the L word, and people were like, oh, how do you feel that there's other people, there's competition or anything? And no, I think it is brilliant. I think it's great. And I've actually helped loads of people. There's people that have been like, oh, where'd you get those press pictures from, or how do you do this? And I'm like, oh, here's the link, here's how like you do this, here's how you put the little subscribe thing on, because nothing, them being successful isn't going to take away from what I'm doing, like. And I hate people that are not, I'm not hate, but I dislike people who are like, oh, it's only about me and how well I can do. Like there's room enough for everyone. And I would say that like if everybody is helping each other out, then we can all do better, because it's like everybody is sharing their knowledge and sharing their, like it just absolutely is better for everyone. So I think it's great that there's other people covering the L word, and also it's better for the L word audience as a whole because it's more people talking about the show. It's more people giving their opinions, which people like, there's people all the time who say to me in the comments, oh, I'm really sorry but I don't agree with you, or oh, I don't want to say this because it's what different to what you think. And it's like, the world would be a really boring place if we all thought the same. And there's plenty of things that I love about the show and things I don't like, and but there's other people out there who, like, I'm sure there's people out there who don't like Gigi. I love Gigi. And I'm sure there's people out there who don't like Bet and Tina and who don't like Shane, and it would be really boring if we all thought the same. But what infuriates me is the people who think only their opinion is like the valid thought. So it's there's room for everyone's thoughts and opinions. The only thing I don't like though is you can not like a character or you can not like a storyline, but I don't like this, like, attacking the actresses or cast, crew, writers, anyone. Like, if like, okay, for example, I don't really like, I'm trying to think of like something specific from this season. Well, I don't like Danny and Sophie together. Like, I don't. So but I would I'd keep it to the characters and what I don't like about the storyline. I'm not going to be like, I hate Sophie or I hate this. Like, there's, yeah, there's the world would be a boring place if we were all straight. Yeah. Yeah, so Lisa said, I have gone on a couple of new L channels, and so many of the comments are filled with hating an actor, bad mouthing a person, or a character's sexuality or sexual identity. So glad none of that here. And that is the one thing that is the only thing I delete comment, and it's not a lot, but I put a little comment on something the other day because again, you can come on and you can say you don't like any of the storylines, or you don't like this, or you don't like that, but I will not have people coming on my platform, our platform that all of us are contributing to and being, well, hopefully most people aren't going to be homophobic, but I have seen I have seen it all. So biphobic, racist, misogynistic, any of it. Like I said in that comment, I will delete it, and if I see it again, your comment privileges are taken away, because there's a thing I can hit that literally, it's kind of like blocking someone. I mean, you can never block someone completely from your channel. Believe me, I wish I could, but they can always watch your videos and they can always like thumbs up and thumbs down. But if they comment, it basically just like goes into like nothing, like it goes into the garbage basically. So yeah, I will never have people coming on and attacking people for that sort of thing. And that's the way you have to be. Like, or your comment section turns into like, I don't know, the way like Amberlyn Reed's comment section is or something, where it's just because then other people see it and they all like feed off it. So, and especially the cast and crew, like I will not have people coming on and like talking crap. You know what? I have a confession. I have never watched that Winona Earp show. I see lots about it, lots about it. So I mean, the fans are good about talking about it. I know Chris watches it. She's told me loads of times to watch it, so I need to watch it. I need some shows. I'm running out here. I need some shows. My ears are so red. I'm sure that I'm sure they've put that someone, there'll be a couple of people who don't like me in here watching, talking bad about me. My ears are red. Oh, Kaya, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Yeah, with the comment, like I do read like every comment, every single comment, and I try, like, I'm sure a lot of people today, I spent like 2 hours like going through a lot of them, and like if I added up all the time that I spend in this channel, like I could not even tell you. Um it's stuff like that too, like because in my head, like I'm like, oh, I spent 2 hours filming and editing today, and the Drinks at Dana's podcast, oh my god, it takes so long to edit that. It takes so long. This week's episode, because it was like an hour and like 15 minutes, it seriously took me like 8 hours to edit it because there's three of us. So it's so much. And I know like I'm not the best editor in the world, but yeah, it's a lot. Um, but even comments when like other people are talking to each other, just to make sure that there's nothing. That's why I always just, like, and especially like my really loyal people that you all are been here for ages and stuff. I always, like I like to do the hearts and stuff. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm gonna give you all You saw a little peek of my red tattoo there, didn't you? Um, I'm gonna give you a little drinks at Dana's tidbit, and it is for the Bentina shippers. Because this week you're gonna you're gonna love the cocktail this week. I filmed it already. I filmed it at the weekend because literally, the amount of time that like honestly is going into this channel, I I cannot. I was talking before about my friend Evelyn. She sent me a text last week and she's like, Ash, every time I go on YouTube, there's like 5 videos that you've posted. She's like, my entire homepage is just your videos. What are you doing over there? So this week's drink is Bentina themed. So you're gonna love it. I know you're gonna love it. And even though I never use the word Tibet, I used it in this week's drink. So look out for that. If you haven't downloaded Drinks at Dana's, please give it a little listen because it takes me so long to edit it. Oh, the poll. Okay, so Tuesday. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Because it seems crazy to wait until the weekend. Especially because I guess like people are more likely to be home during the week too. Like, no, I have not seen episode 6. So this, I think I was telling, oh my God, the comments are going wild. Oh, thanks, Ness. This is the deal, okay? Like, you guys know with me, and I think you got like I'm a very transparent person, and like as I said before, like this is really me. And you just get me talking away all the time. But this is the deal, right? So when Showtime gave me the first 3 episodes, they were like, before I even got them, they made me like sign that embargo thing. And I guess like I mean, obviously, like I was like, oh, I have to wait till Sunday to post my reviews. Like, I know the whole reason my channel took off was because I was the first person to get reviews out. So I'm not gonna lie, I know my reviews have not got the views they would have if I because my trailer breakdowns are doing amazing, and that's because I post them straight away on the Friday. And having to wait until having to wait until the Sunday, and that just again to reinforce the whole they don't care about the actual airing ratings. Because by Sunday, people are like, okay, we're on to the next episode. Like, what's going on? So I think that Showtime are holding 6 because again, I have like a little theory that something's big's going to happen in it because like my friend, my Showtime contact, I don't know whether, well, yeah, friend, I guess she's my friend, and she's like Showtime. Everyone who works at Showtime has seen 6 already, but they said, oh, it's not just you because Chris and Jess get the screeners too. They're like, oh, it's not just you guys. They haven't given it to press yet, and I know I am not press. I am just saying I have access to the press site. So the they haven't said any more about the rest of the season. I know that they don't give screeners usually for like the finale and stuff like that. But at the moment, I mean, you guys can obviously tell, like, I have loved so much getting these screeners. Like, I have talked about it incessantly. I know. But guess what? I love the show and like this is what the channel's about. And it's been worth it to get fewer views on my reviews because I've been able to talk about it and, like, you'd be like, "Oh, I've seen the first 5 episodes," and, like, say little silly things like, "Oh, Bet and Tina fans are gonna like episode 5," and I know that, like, some people like, people are hoping to that I'll slip and stuff like that. So, it's been worth it for the first 5, but I think if right now, like, I got an email and they said, "Oh, hey, you can have the second half of the season, like, all 5 episodes," I don't know whether I would, to be honest, just because I want to be able to put my reviews out on the Friday. So, I don't know. Maybe, like, some sort of I'll see what happens with 6 because I think they are holding 6. So, with 6, I get up regardless at, like, 4 on the day that episode drops because here it drops at 5 AM. So, I get up at 4, do my makeup, and then I pull the trailer off the end of the episode and film edit, and you guys see my trailer breakdown go up, like, pretty close. So, I'm just gonna do that with episode 6, and then I mean, it'll take longer to edit the trailer breakdown, the review than the trailer breakdown, but I'll be able to get out on Friday morning as opposed to Sunday night. Like, that's a big difference. Catherine, don't accept the deal. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a poll and because I know, again, most of you guys in here are like my super loyal people too. What would you do? Mm, okay. Let me know what you think. Yeah, like the build up stuff. Because and what I was saying before is like I've been very clear about stuff, but people, like I know people I don't want to say people twist my words, but people misinterpret or people hear it through someone or it's like telephone, like I say something, someone repeats it, a little bit gets changed or misinterpreted. But yeah, it's annoying then when people are like, oh, and when I'm like, oh, something hot and short is happening in episode 4, and people are like, Helena's coming back, and I'm like, no, 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 Helena's not coming back. And then the episode airs, and they're like, you said Helena was coming back. I'm like, oh gosh. So take the screeners because I'm impatient. No, I can't see what people vote. I just see I don't think I can. I don't even think that YouTube is kind of weird. Like with other social media, like with Instagram, like I see a lot more, but um people people aren't as clever as they think they are. If like I can't see the poll results, but there's certain things that people give themselves away. Like what I used when I worked for PokerStars, um I used to work in like run the fraud department, and there was a lot of I used to design like all the um slot machines and things like that, and there's lots of other stuff that I've done with like security and fraud and all that stuff, and my job was like really, it was dealing with really big stuff. And people think with their nameless and faceless accounts that, they're going in and criticizing or something like that anonymously. And it's like, you're not so anonymous, then it's easy to, especially when these people say the same thing. Your language gives you away a lot as well, and like misspelling and things like that, and where your computer is and your computer's ID and all these things. And people say the same thing on all these different platforms. And okay, maybe their Instagram is nameless, but their Facebook isn't. And so you can, like, it's yeah, Flynn, that's true. Yeah, and people as well, like I sometimes want to be like, you like, well, one, everything is on video. Like, I can literally show you what I said. And the other thing is, I like, I'm right here. I don't know. It's just, if you were to say, like, if I was to put a tweet up saying something about, I don't know, like about Leisha or something, like I know Leisha's probably not going to see it, but it's like I'm a tiny YouTuber, and yeah, it's just it's infuriating, but that's the thing you sign up for, I guess, when you have something like this. Yeah, there is no way to be anonymous, exactly. Oh, I just had really big deja vu. Yeah, that whoa, like, having loads of deja vu. Yeah, people do hear what they want to hear. It's And also I think that, like, there's a lot of people who they think that they've watched the show for 5 seconds, and it's like they know everything. That's what I was saying before, when I I honestly, like, if I didn't have this channel, I would not have Twitter. I think that Twitter is, like, by far the worst social media platform. And I like when I think it was when I saw when I one day somebody sent me something that was literally, and I'm just being like super open and like real here, that um there was a period, like, just before the show came back, where I, like, deactivated my Twitter for a while. And it was because someone had basically sent me, like, these really not nice things that were being, like, said about me. And so I was just like, I don't need this social media platform. Like, I'd prefer just to stick with Instagram and obviously YouTube. And I reactivated it, like, right around when the trailer was coming out, just because, like, silly things like Showtime follows me on there, so I know if I wanted to get something. And this was before they had and they actually reached out to me on Instagram in the end. But, like, I was like, oh, if I want to try and get screeners or talk to them or whatever, then Instagram or Twitter is the best way to go. But when the season ends, like, I am sure I'll deactivate that for at least for a while, because I just don't like the vibe on there. Like, I feel like, I don't know. It's just it's a weird, and it is really like, it's by far my smallest um platform. And yeah, it's weird. It is weird. There's Martha, there's 10 episodes this season. But yeah, the thing that was like, oh, for God's sake, there was people literally, because obviously my Twitter is like my I don't have like a person. Well, I think I have a personal one, but it's I only use it to look at stuff. Like I don't tweet or anything from it. And so my Twitter is only L word, like so I have like loads of people obviously on it that are L word people. And I don't even know what you call it, but there's like bits where people are like asking each other questions, and a lot of it is like stuff that people talking about things that happened like in the world, like in when the OG was on, like things that were happening, and like like all these things, and then people are just like not asking people that were there, they're asking like people that weren't, but asking them questions like they were, and it's just really really odd. But I think that things get taken out of context there too, and yeah, I don't like the whole like people talking about each other in like plain open view. So I just would never, like I would obviously, like I've like I'll put like, oh, I really enjoyed this interview with Sepida Murphy or someone like that, but I would never write like something about someone I don't like. And because as well, like obviously, what are they called, verified accounts are very different. So if right now I put out a tweet that was like, "Oh, I really wish Jennifer Beals would read my script," or something stupid like that, and I don't have a script, but I'm just making this up, and tagged her in it, she's probably not going to see it because she has a verified account. But not everyone associated with the show has a verified account. Like, so if they're tagged in something, most likely they are. Or if they aren't, someone in their family or their friends, because most likely their family or their friends. Like, I know some of the like partners of people that follow their hashtags and things. So they'll probably see it. Yeah, people, the Twitter just is really, really like mean and rude. Like there is no other way to put it. Like one of the only times I ever did something that was not L word related. Like literally, there's a TV show here that's, I mean, for US people, it's literally like our version of Good Morning America. It's called Good Morning Britain, and I really, really like that show, and I watch it like nearly every weekday. And there's one of the news anchors on it, or like one of the presenters is this woman called Susanna, and she's just like a really nice, normal, like middle-aged white woman that like has a couple of kids, and she does like a lot for charity and things, and she's a news presenter. Like that's it. She's not controversial, nothing. And she put out like, I can't remember what it was, like is an article that she was in or something, and as I said, I like the show. So it came up in my feed and I was like, oh, like I liked it. And then I wrote something like, oh, like good for you or something positive. And then someone literally like attacked me for literally writing like good for you or something, or like well done. And it's just like, who on earth has the time to like the amount of time that these people have to criticize other people for like liking something. I mean, you could, oh my god, you could get into this with the L word too. Like I do not, I like, I mean, there's people I know for a fact there are people that watch my stuff who hate the show and me. And I'm like, why? Why would you do that to yourself? Like, it is the most bizarre thing in the world. And I just cannot understand it at all. No, no, I don't have a script. I just making that up. I would like to write a script and pitch myself as I don't want to be a writer on Gen Q. I want to be the this is me joking, by the way. I'm joking. Um I know people have trouble understanding when I'm joking. So I need to caveat it. But I want to be the expert on set, the OG expert, so that I can be like, "Oh, can't do that because remember in the original that blah blah blah." And then I would also love to be the OG expert and the keeper of time in L Word. And be like, okay, we can't do all this because there's not 42 hours in a day. So, yeah, I would like to pitch those to be my jobs. So, if you guys could help me get in touch with the show, that would be great. Yeah, Flynn, I'm the same. I'm only on Twitter for that word. Oh, Catherine Pierce Morgan. Yeah. He's a controversial one too. I'm probably gonna pronounce this wrong, but Sudale. Thank you for that kind comment. Vigil? Okay, I'm gonna check it out when I really like guys, any shows, I really need some shows. Really need some shows. Succession is back soon, and then obviously Dexter is back just after the L word ends. I cannot believe this week is halfway through the season. Honestly, honestly, honestly. I'm gonna go soon-ish though. Oh, a C word. Is there a show Bible for the L word? I mean, any show has a show Bible. I'd be really interested to see the L words one. Oh my god. I would pay so much money to see that. Especially the Gen Q one because it'll be like referencing like the craziest. Oh god, yeah. I'm gonna um I'm gonna ask my Showtime contact about the show Bible. Well, we have I can't remember, is it in this week's stream? The other thing is the other thing is because Drinks at Dana's like so normally this is what I do, like when I make a video, I normally am like I do all the like research and like I watched the episode through three times, like making notes, blah blah blah. Then I go away and I like think about for a while, and then I don't know if there's stuff to look up, like what clothes or anything, and or if there's something I don't know, or like I want to reference something from the OG and go back and look. So I do all that, and then I sit down and I find like when I'm mapping the time out. I usually find like 3 hours because I film it and then I edit it like straight away because it's just the way I do it. And then I upload it and all that stuff. But with Drinks at Dana's, we always record at like 5 a.m. on Saturday. So we're a week ahead right now, but obviously we're going to be catching up to real time now because of the not having the screeners. And so we record, and sometimes it's like a day or more until I edit it, and I sometimes do it across like 2 different times. So between seeing the screeners and then doing those episodes reviews like in advance and then drinks at Dana's, like everything in my head is like a huge jumble of like everything mixed together. So it's so much. So I can't remember where I said this, but I said it recently that we have dates. We have dates now. We know definitively when this is taking place. And this, okay, I'm going to finish with this. This goes into like theory I have about um Tina and Carrie and what's going on at the end of the season, because last week, episode 4, episode 4, Micah gets texts that say April 17th or March. Maybe it's this week, it's April 17th. I can't remember whether it's 3 and 4 or it's 4 and 5, but the first episode has April 17th in it. And then, oh no, March in it. And then the next one has April 17th. So we know these episodes are when they're taking place. And then, we're guessing, I don't know, like 2 weeks between the episode and then like the space between the next one. So Tina and Carrie were saying in the first episode they're getting married this summer. So we're not that far away. And if it's April now, we know that we've got like 6, 7, 8, 2 weeks, 6. So yeah, it would work out that episode 9 would be taking place in like the height of summer. So, what does that mean? I do not know. But hey, Beth. But I can guess. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen because I don't know whether I don't get the impression that, I mean, maybe they'll have, I put that Bet and Tina theory video out because I was like, ooh, are they going to have a wedding but not have a marriage, a la Danny and Bet style? Because again, there's a lot of this book ending, and some other things that people have said. I'm like, So I will leave you guys to ponder that. And because you can ponder that over the next couple of days, because this time next week, you guys will have seen episode 5, and I can fully say what I want to say right now. So yeah, there's a decent amount of Bet and Tina in episode 5. And the poll. I keep forgetting about this bloody poll because I have to go back to another page. Ooh, controversial poll results. I think I should accept the screeners. If anyone else wants to vote, I'm going to close the poll in 1 second. But what I was going to say is there's a good amount of Bet and Tina in episode 5. I think people will be talking about this episode for quite a while, and yeah, this week is my live. It's going to be on Monday next week, and then it will switch to Tuesday, and That's pretty much it. As I said, I'm pretty sure I'm not getting 6 because I think nobody's getting episode 6. So if that's the case, my episode 5 review will be up on Sunday this week as normal. And next week, my episode 6 one will be up on Friday. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please, 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 please subscribe, because the more subscribers we have, the more chance we have of getting L Word people on this channel. I need to get to 10K before anyone's gonna come on. And what else am I gonna say? Also, I in the last 24 hours I've put out lots of videos. Some people were asking about the Gigi and bette scenes, so I put them out, and I had to clip like some little bits of audio out because otherwise the copyright strike gods will strike me down. And when do I do the giveaway? Oh, the end of the season. So the giveaways, don't forget, you can enter to win the Jennifer Beals autographed. It's a photograph. It's not. I would give away the book if I had the book, honestly. If she prints the book again, I will do a giveaway with the book, an autographed book. I promise you I will. But autographed photograph from the book, so you can pick whichever photograph you want, and I'll get an autograph for you, basically. And to enter that, you can enter up to 10 times. You have to be a subscriber, like the reviews, and comment on the reviews. So you can comment on episodes 1 through 10, but obviously only 1 through 4 are up right now. And to win the merch, it's the same deal. Like, subscribe, and comment on any of the trailer breakdowns. And if you want to win the 2 tickets to Florida to hang out private, you and one other person that your choice to take with you, privately hang out. They're gonna treat you like VIPs that day, major hookup. Make sure you comment on my reviews with "I want to hang out with Danny in Florida," and you'll be entered in to win those 2 passes to Girls in Wonderland, VIP passes. So make sure that you do that. Yeah, and everything else, make sure to check out my review that I posted last night. And there's also another new video that I just posted that it's all the callback moments in episode 4, and I worked really hard on that video, so please watch it. It's there's loads of clips from the episode, and I went back and did like loads of clips from the original show. So enjoy. And I think that's it. I think that's everything. Yeah, live Monday next week. Don't forget that if you want some beautiful merch, go to my merch store. It's linked in the description box down below. I also have a Patreon, which is all the VIP silver stars. You get early access to my videos. So like those guys got to see my review on Saturday, and I do vlogs on there too of like Miss G and I's life, and it's a smaller, like way smaller, like there's like 20 people community, and it's a lot more just small, and we chat like a lot more personally and message and all that stuff. And then you also get put in the start of all my videos because you are awesome and you need a big thank you for being so awesome. So yeah, check those out. And if there's anything else you guys know, you can always comment, message me, whatever you need. You guys are just the absolute best. And I don't know what I'd do without you. You're awesome. You are awesome. And as I said, whenever Jennifer Beals does release that book, I will do a giveaway for that. Or if anyone knows anywhere where there is one. But I definitely will. And that's pretty much it. So we'll be back next week for another live. Oh, don't forget, Drinks at Dana's. Drinks at Dana's. Download it, listen to it in the car, listen to it working out, shopping, whatever you want. And yeah, it's a good laugh. But I'm thinking my next video will be probably, you've got plenty of time to watch everything. And then my next video will be probably Friday, the episode 6 trailer. And then, yeah, everything else at the weekend. So make sure you catch up on everything before then. But I love you guys. Be good, be safe. If you need anything, best place to get me is Instagram DMs or comments on YouTube, and enter the giveaways, all that good stuff. So be good, be safe, take care of yourselves, drink lots of water, take your medicine, go out in the sunshine, go for a walk, eat some chocolate. I love you very much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Love you.